Alright, so I have a rough idea of where this fucking thing is. Should be around here. Ah, there you are. Alright, we're good. We got it. I figured it'd be around here somewhere. Just had to find it.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Hello everybody, and welcome back. So, I know we're back out here. We left the end of the last episode inside of town. But that's because there's an owl over here I did not collect last episode, and I probably should have collected it. My bad. It happens. I make mistakes.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
I did a lot of stuff in between videos, kind of getting better at combat, messing around with a couple of things, learning the game. Okay, so this one's like funny because it's actually right behind you. So if you come in here to get these tomatoes and you don't instantly turn back around, you're not gonna see it. There we go.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Possibly. So we're gonna head to Viscint. Is there a place to teleport here? No, there is not one located right there. I'm going to teleport here. There is not a teleportation point in town at the moment. I have not found it yet, so I'm going to have to wait till I find one.
We've reached our destination.
And yes, I am fully aware about the owls. I'll take care of them later. They're not important to me right now. They're just not, they're not that high up on my priority list. Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll talk to you. Your armor rocks, big guy. Let me wear it. our, our armor is certainly something even a Danon like you could wear. You just need to grow into it first. I'll work hard to grow big and strong then, I promise. It is a little bit unnerving to see them all, like, not trying to murder each other. Oh, no, I don't care. I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Hey, guardsman, shouldn't you be working? I don't know what it's like in the realm you come from, but here in Minacia, everything's peaceful. There's zero chance of anything bad happening. Well, yeah, thanks to the Lord, life is nice for all of us. Yeah, see? It's more than just us, anyway. There's also the guardsmen. Nothing's gonna break if I slack off. Nonetheless, the reason the city is so peaceful is because you and soldiers are around. All the young kids idolize you, so don't shatter their illusions, please. You've got a silver tongue, mister. Fine, I'll make my drink fast. So there is absolutely an owl somewhere in here. Where it is. I mean, I guess I'll probably find it once we... Well, I know you just alerted me, so it's clearly somewhere around here, right? It's on a blue pot. Ah, there it is. Nice. Owl number 19. Good shit.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Possibly, but that's not my problem right now. Alright, so let's continue looking for people to talk to. I take it you folks are all travelers. It's so wonderful to have you all here. You really don't bat an eye at us being together, do you? Even though we have a Renin with us. Are you surprised? I suppose it might be a common sight. I suppose it might not be a common sight elsewhere on Dana, but here in Viscint, it's part of everyday life. Hey, if we want to visit the palace, do we keep going this way? Yes, exactly right. Although if you ask me, the training grounds might be more up your alley since you appear to be of that persuasion. Training ground, you say? Is that code for some kind of arena where you make complete strangers fight and kill one another for sport? No, absolutely not. It's nothing terrible like that. The training grounds are exactly what they sound like. It's true that years ago it used to be a really gruesome place where slaves had to fight each other. But when our current Lord Dolahim came into power, one of the first things he did was put a stop to such an awful spectacle. You're telling me our Renin Lord did that? The place was then refurnished and reopened as a proper place to train. That's known for it these days. It's mainly designed to be used by the Elder Yard, but it's open to anyone who wishes to use its facilities. Even Danon?
Sure.
Of course, the arena is far too punishing for me, but if you're looking to hone your skills, I recommend you pay it a visit. I feel like we're gonna find I don't think this is all an act. It doesn't appear to be an act.
Okay.
I gather you guys came along the highway. Yeah, you didn't happen to run into that thing along the way, did you? What thing? I'm talking about the huge Zoogle that flies around the skies, occasionally dropping down to attack both people and Zoogles alike. It attacks Zoogles? Now that's something you don't meet every day. Yeah, the guy's really something. Even uniforms have a hard time dealing with it. Normally it'll leave you alone, but if it sees a fight break out, that's when it swoops to cause trouble. Hey, didn't we beat something like that earlier? Yeah, I remember us encountering a Zoogle that went after everything. What? You already killed it? Leave it to the blazing sword in this party to make quick work of it, I guess. Yeah, it's the fucking dragon. I already killed it. I killed it. I already killed the dragon. The dragon's dead. It kept on jumping into my encounters, and I said fuck you, and I killed it. No remorse, it died. I'll hold on to all of my shit at the moment. So that was cool. I mean, I already had it because I already beat the dragon, because the dragon is, I mean, the dragon's like a pain in the ass to kill, but he's not
I
impossible.
feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help. What's wrong?
Oh, it's the food dude.
Ah! How?
Beef stew, a first-rate dish. That's all about it. Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, here.
Work.
Beef stew. Good stuff. Come on, isn't this stew ready yet? Sorry, Law. Says here I have to let it simmer for 5 hours. 5 hours? The beef would have tasted perfectly fine if we just grilled it up real quick.
Believe this.
If that's how you're gonna act, boy, then you can forget about having any.
Great. Very nice. What?
Very nice.
Guess. Law. Yeah. Whoa. Is that? Oh, this is bad. Real bad. Ah.
That's great.
Yes.
Beef stew recipe.
Man, that was amazing. No wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
Did all those people move here? Dad says that people used to have to carry lots of heavy, dangerous stuff. I don't know if I believe that. I can't imagine that kind of stuff ever happening here. God, this place really is a paradise. Either that or these people are fucking brainwashed. I've played enough RPGs to know when something doesn't smell right. And this game has done way too good of a job at showing me just how fucked up the Renans are. Then again, RPG slavery is nothing new to me. I've seen it in many different shapes and forms.
I guess we can take this?
Curious about what I'm wearing? I bought this myself, if you'll believe it. Nowadays, we Danon get paid a fair wage for the work we do. All thanks to Lord Dolahim. Oh, look at him! Shit, America would really benefit from that.
Getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. You want to control people. You don't usually control them with equal treatment and good pay. And health care. That's not usually how you control the masses. Equality is very... I don't think equality really counts.
The atmosphere here feels different compared to the rest of Viscint.
It's just a nicer name for a place where people go.
No, I don't really want to do this.
Fight.
Thanks.
So, it's still a good way for us to test our strength.
I mostly did this so I could get more SP, because I need it. How are you doing? I'm gonna wait a little bit before I waste my time with these, because I don't know what's really all that important. Unfortunately, it's like outside of gaining skills, I don't really know. I guess I could assume it's all important, but I don't like to assume that. Yeah, okay. Look around the city some more. So I guess I still gotta continue looking around the city. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'm not done. The game still wants me to go exploring, so I will play a long game and continue.
Working in the quarry today. So's mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
What's this?
Nice. Was not expecting that to be there, but you know what? I'm not gonna say no to free shit. There's gotta be something down here that I'm missing.
Danons are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
So, do any of you know anything about Lord Dolahim?
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and smack people from afar. I think there's also something he does with, like, trees or grass or something. I forget.
Grass?
Bear in mind that Eldemenencia harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
So basically the point is we know nothing about the guy. Wish we weren't going in completely blind.
Alright, into the quarry.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh shit, he didn't beat the shit out of him for taking a day off. Damn, America, American workers don't even get that kind of treatment.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the soldiers are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I don't get it. How can it be like this?
Peach shell, okay. Really? Really, game? Really? That's the limit you put on me? I can't jump over that.
Halt!
I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldemenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldemenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person? And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim. I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's that Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a run-in for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renan society is a meritocracy. To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Danons who just accepted Renan rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
Alright, do I have a way to just go there now? Not quite what I had in mind, but I guess it'll have to do for now.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous?
I just don't get it. The Danans have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renans all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
Not gonna lie, and I'm not saying this to sound social justice-y or anything like that, but Tales of Arise and Tales of Symphonia have one thing in common. Racism. A lot of racism. Quite a bit of racism. Symphonia far more than anything else. All the racism. Fantasy racism, but still racism.
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guests, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of Viscint by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword... I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But, maybe not.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renan-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please! It's over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danans, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
I need something to eat.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Yeah, because he's in here. Yeah, there it is. Very nice.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
This might go well in that new recipe.
Can't wait to see what you make.
You're the one making it.
Okay, now I can leave, because that's all I was really here for, was that one owl. So I can go now. We can go and wrap this episode up, I think. I want to at least get to the end before I wrap this episode up.
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renin lord? How do we know it's safe?
Like we have any other choice. We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
I doubt that's the case. His best chance to kill us would have been back at the palace. His true intentions aside, for now, at least we're in his good books.
Then we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
Interesting. All we ever got was a tattered blanket, a rock-hard bed, and well past its prime food.
What are you talking about?
What we got for our slave labor back in Calaglia. As you can tell, it wasn't much at all. Here, the Danans get the same basic amenities, but the quality is way better than anything we were given. Hell, apparently they even get time off to do what they want. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure how to take all this in.
Could it be that things were simply harsher in Calaglia compared to everywhere else?
It was the same in Cislodia, too. Our buildings and clothing were equipped to handle the cold, but that was the only difference. Working the floodlights was a form of punishment, so we didn't really get rewarded for anything that we did.
Yeah, you could be assigned to fix food or make daily necessities too, but when all was said and done, most of that stuff went to the Renins. There wasn't much in the way of compensation for any of that, so I'd say that Cislodia and Calaglia were both pretty awful.
An Elda Menancia really is unusual.
To say the least. Hell, I might even go so far as to call it crazy. But the fact remains, Danans aren't free here.
Yeah, no matter how happy they look, they're still slaves.
I don't even know what to think right now. This is all way too much to deal with. It's giving me a headache. So that was Lord Dohalim, huh? He sure is something. Definitely not like the other lords we've met up until now.
At first, he sounded like just some snobby royal, but he immediately shut down Shion's surprise attack. He's tougher than he looks.
Definitely. After all, he's a lord for a reason.
The food was pretty damn good, too.
Why are you two complimenting him? You just said it yourself, Alphen. He's a Renin lord.
Yeah, but he didn't act hostile towards us.
You're reading him wrong. He's acting indifferent. He's attempting to keep some distance between himself and everyone else. It's obvious.
What are we going to do then? Viscint seems to be legit peaceful. Are we just gonna do as he says and leave things be?
I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think it would be best for us to rest at the inn and think about our options.
I don't know, picking a fight now just seems silly. I mean, yeah, he's a Renin, but he doesn't seem like he's doing anything absurdly evil. Compared to the other people we've had to deal with, this guy seems like a goddamn saint. I feel like picking a fight with him would just be, you know, silly. Alright, I'm going to end this episode here so we can pick up where we left off. I will see you all next time.